step here, but then you kept step. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
This is really, really, really fast. More productive. Baseline.
One thing you do is shield.
That's a shield.
Yeah.
It's this one. It skirts.
Oh.
The important one, and there's a whole different theory and stuff into this. When I do this, I am not going to move my hands to get room. I'm going to press you over.
So you just screw it in place.
So, your hands are going to turn here. You don't give up any center line.
Okay.
And the important second piece is that you gave up center line. You are hooking and pulling my blade. So baseline pressure, raise your hands about 6 inches. Come forward a little bit. There we go. Okay. This is more natural. Roll my blade towards shaper. More pressure. So there's no grip change here.
Okay.
You're just no part of my hands on the sword is changing. But again, don't let your hands come out. Press the tip over. So, roll that short edge as soon as you feel it break, because I know you can feel it.
Yeah.
Roll back to long edge. Give me baseline pressure first. Go short edge. And as soon as it, go back to long edge. And bring the tip in. Let me show you. Raise your hand 6 inches. Tip a little forward. Hands back out a little bit. Yeah, right about there. Comfortable. It's going to vary a little bit. So we've got baseline pressure.
I think I missed that just because I don't like being blind.
Because nobody feels safe in it because they don't know how to do this.
Yeah.
So, important thing, a lot of this accessibility comes from the ability to use the short edge. Fine. Cool. Do you want to try to stab me in the head?
Not particularly.
What happens?
I just get pushed off fly my head.
And it's winding up my head.
Yeah.
I'm not missing and coming back. It's prepping my hands up. There you go. Tip down a little. Good. Okay. Pressure. You're giving me a little bit of center line. Come center your chest and center your chest. A little more to your right. There you go. Yep, there. And keep that left hand and start hooking your tip behind mine. Hook my tip that way. Yep, cool. So now I'm going to get behind. Yeah, okay, good. Now you're safe. This is like spider cattle. So screwed. Okay. So, that short edge dynamic is what I'm creating by doing this. Okay. And if I do it before you, so here's counter. If we're doing this, and I roll short edge, you put the hook. You can come off that way, and I'm going to come off above and hit you. Or at least be a good position. Yeah. Also roll short edge. Do something. Okay. Alright. Don't give up hand room. Hook me that way. From center. So, pause. I start to come this way. Your hands came out. No. Push the tip that way. That. So this is still short edge to short edge. Just now we're on our actual right side. And you've actually got the gap here. So I need to come to here and push you back over, get you to my side, and then collapse you and get that. Okay. I would argue that this is winding.
Just this right to left.
You're twisting, you're changing edges.
Yeah.
And it sets up the thrust.
Yeah.
So, next step. Smidge of personal heresy.
Okay.
I would say, what if this is a Versetzen and this is a bind? If we're long edge to long edge,
Yeah.
even if I'm not putting a whole lot of weight into this, I'm just using torque, you might still be able to come off and hit me, which is not a thing that's supposed to happen in the bar.
No.
What if that's just displacement, period?
Yeah. So how would you come together to bind with, say, ring ends, suggests?
So it's not merely that the swords are touching, but that I'm actively constrained. I'm hooking and pulling your sword away from your body.
Okay.
So I overpower, you hit,
And now you both have to hit.
and you went too late, and I'm on the side. So, what do we got right now? Two clearings.
Yep.
I get your head before you go on.
Put it together.
Strong, we're going to find, not just turn.
It's just for notes later.
The water application. Yeah, this looks familiar.
Oh, so I said that.
I see you want to do it. So, almost everybody has a gut reaction when you try to press my blade out of the way, and I hook this and step in.
Just to schnuck.
Well, is to raise their hands and drop the tip with their hanging guard behind me.
Just to do this.
It gets me out. Every time. You press the hook, I come over the top. As soon as you raise your hands, I just pull underneath your hands. Categorically, this position, hands above tip, no structure in a body. It only works if you've already won the body or if you're defending against cuts. It cannot stop the bind itself. I think a lot of people miss. They cut, they hit swords, and then they want. And you just push. Well, that's enough for me. Just press one. As I do this, this happens, and then I go, oh God, and I try to get this kind of a thing back across, and I end up crying and probably having
Yeah.
So there's cutting, and there's winding. I need to pass that. I have to cut. I have to bind. And the moment that happens, I can wind right in. And we structuring winding to look at it.
Sorry, Kelly, go.
Does that explain large pieces? To give you also a chance to do it yourself. If you threaten me at one point,
Yeah.
I like it. So I'm going to change the low point a little bit. Soften your elbows. Down a little bit. Yeah. Cool. So I go to push the sword away, drop the tip and hook me from the backside, and step in. That's what I almost immediately want to do. Just cut me. Just step in. Don't give them room. Do not give up room. No. Your hands went way out over there.
Just pivot.
Just push.
Yeah. Do not give up room.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
You're doing that weird box.
Yep. So, now I'm jumping into important theory. Gilbert, nerve comfortable. Since hard versus soft versus hard, opposites lay next to each other and writer, Aristotle, etc.
Yeah.
Cool. Bullshit. Kind of.
Good theory that
When it talks about soft and hard, every single time it says when he is hard and firm and strong and presses you aside, you should be weak and soft and free and moved in those ways. If I phrase that as, if he presses you offline, go to the roping, that's 110% valid advice. It's always true, that's the core identity of that name. Push me blind, I come off, I hit you, go around. Cool. It's not what hard and soft mean. This pillar is fucking hard. Yes. If I walk past the pillar, does it reach out and push me? No. If I push it, this is going on. Things that are soft, I push on them and they do move. You're going to find this is not hard. It's not strong. This is me pressing you aside. Yes. This is hard. Push as hard as you want. No. I am resistant to pressure.
yes.
You cannot move it. If you try to get better leverage,
I'm dead.
hard is passive.
Yeah.
You respond to pressure to negate. You're not pushing. Every other manual in Dobrainer
Yeah.
literally never tells us defenders to be hard or soft. Or weak.
Yeah.
It tells us to be strong twice, one of which is stronger, not even strong. Going hard and going soft is not a thing. We are always hard. We never deal ground. You should never, ever fucking lose a bind unless you choose to leave it. So, this comes back to why I'm not going to move my hands out.
Yeah.
Softness
Because-
hard doesn't exist. I just get stabbed in the fucking head.
Yeah.
I take room, and then I hold hard here. And I'm going to do clear in the classic example.
Yeah.
We hit the bind, and I throw my hands out over there to get room to get my tip behind your sword and try to hit your head.
Yeah.
If I'm going over there. This commonly happens, and if you reach your hilt a little more and you drop the tip a little more, I get stabbed in the throat and I don't get anything.
No.
That's not declaring, that's bad fencing.
Yeah. That's the thing.
I didn't give up any fucking room.
No.
You never got any less pressure.
No. I'm just changing it to a different part of my sword.
So it's not that you fence hard by going soft and soft by going hard. It's that depending on whether they're hard, zero give, or soft, any more than zero give, you have different sets of techniques that work.
Yeah.
But either way, you are fencing through them. You are being aggressive, you are attacking, you're not giving them room.
Yeah.
So much of what people expect you to do is they press on my sword and they expect me to come off and do the thing.
Yeah. And that thing is like,
Right. And while I might do this to convince them I've come off,
oh, now I can. Now I'm dead.
I didn't leave. I just gave you the okay to come closer.
Yeah.
More likely, when you press on my sword, I just pull it down here and I say no.
And now I have to circle.
And I pull it down again. Or I push it up again. And see if you want to try to, are you going to drop your tip out from underneath this?
No. Not a chance.
You shouldn't, because I'll shield shit
Back
out of
out.
your head.
Run.
Right, because I am literally never ever going to voluntarily give you room.
my go-to playing one of Steve Bowery is if we end up in this weird high bind of come up here and then shot.
Right.
In this position.
And hope you don't get obsessed.
Yes. Because I can theoretically drop my point faster than you can retreat.
Now,
Theoretically.
so the smart action for me is if you raise your hands and go over to the shop.
Grab the element.
Yep.
And now we'll retreat.
And I'm going to come out this way and get this underneath my arm.
Which is very messy. Okay.
And you might hit me a little bit, but I'm going to drive a spear through your
Yeah, there's going to be no quality on that at all.
Yeah. Like you get this whippy.
So you know what works perfectly in Steve Doherty? This thing?
Yeah.
He just threw his hands up every time.
Of this.
And I went, sir. I did it to him 4 times in a row sparring at one point. Ask him about it.
I want to, but I'm back at school, so I haven't run out of it for a while.
Right. So, everything I do is not following the paradigm of soft versus hard versus soft. Because Joe Brigham uses those terms wrong.
So you're using them to apply to your opponent rather than to yourself. You yourself are quote unquote constantly strong and holding your ground.
You always want to be as hard as possible. You don't want to give up any ground. And as strong as possible. The most leverage you can get. There's never any advantage to taking the options for yourself.
Yeah. And hard and strong just kind of dictates your emotions against your opponent rather than
What correct? Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. If you also go hard and strong, then I be stronger against, be clear, and there's a couple other, maybe drink Schmel. So everything that I do out here is to convince people to meet me, and if they give me any more than 0 resistance, I get to start flying.
this game.
Yeah. If you give me 0 resistance, you just tip.
Yeah, just kind of.
Like, okay, you're not really there. Like, you're noodling on my sword.
This kind of thing.
I'll do that one.
Yeah.
And almost everybody reflexively fights it for at least a moment while they furiously run away.
Yeah. Of trying to retreat while representing.
Yep. And from that to this,
Hit a stab.
or you can just come off the sword in the face.
So what would you shot?
Personally,
Out of curiosity.
if we were doing this binding thing,
Yeah.
and you rolled short edge over my sword and then stepped in, that's the shield. It's the opposite one. Back up. Actually, press my sword down. Roll a short edge over his one. If you got this, and you're stepping in, and I'm reflexively going to this terrible, terrible thing that has no strength,
Shot that there.
no. Don't let it turn into hanging.
Okay.
If you start to roll over, and I can catch my own short edge and bring it back up high,
Yeah.
I have a schneid. This is a schneid.
Yeah.
I sliced your sword back up in the air.
And now you have this direct head.
Or maybe we neutral out up here playing this interesting bit.
Yeah.
Which nobody has any experience with. Right. So, for me personally, if I give you this, and you start pressing on it a little bit, and I hook and get you through here, don't fight it. Let the tip go behind, schnapp. That's where you want to just hit me, not give me a hanging parry to abuse.
Yeah. Okay. This might go to for a while here is then mire flat head essentially. Throw that over flat. Receive the cut and then just immediately schnapp with a side set boost. Courtesy of your flat foot there.
Or you would shield. I'm not sure if that would necessarily be a schnocken cut. But it's definitely the tip down coming over the top, sure.
Yeah, that theoretically constitutes a schnocken.
The second piece that I've been doing to shut down a lot of people who change sides of attacks. Piotr doesn't. He throws an attack here and an attack here.
Yeah.
Attack here, attack here, and top. So I catch the first parry,
And now,
and I just catch the next one here, and I start pushing here, and he bails the fuck out.
once again, dodge.
Yeah.
And just get stabbed.
For people who actually have naming, especially if it's the common, just barely ping and you cut back,
Yeah.
which is like 70% offensive.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool, we bent the vine, I'm out, I'm gonna get that up.
And you probably don't even give me a real cut, like you feed me enough to get me to move, and you're just like prawn parry, like chop.
Yeah. I'll just kind of throw the
Isn't
sword
that-
forward, and now throw that.
Yep.
Did I get you with one of those today?
Okay.
To the forearm?
I maybe so.
Okay.
The beginning of today is a fucking clown for me.
How do you counter that kind of thing?
It might be a scribal error, but it's in the text.
Yeah.
And
Crum. Against leftover.
Do that again real quick. So you throwing a crump, or are you more winding to a crump position?
Extend the sword out this way. Wow, flat. Horizontal. Sorry. Yes. Cool. Cut.
Okay.
So I'm getting out to the cut from the bind,
Yeah.
and as soon as you leave, I am from tip somewhat higher,
Yeah.
dropping a crump to just maybe a smidge below shoulder level. But it's with the right foot out to the right footwork.
Yeah.
I'm pushing into your cut. I'm taking space away.
Okay.
So in isolation without an opponent,
Yeah.
if you watch my feet, it's passing step,
Straight into that point to deflect it.
bang, bang.
Okay.
So again, at a little quicker, we go pow.
I just run the edge.
Yeah. Or I hit you here, or even if I get over here,
Yeah.
this
Now,
position,
is,
I'm fine.
yeah, quote unquote, the clearer from what my club's called.
Right. So if we flip it,
Yeah.
I cut. Passing step, out with the right.
Okay.
Yeah. Holy shit, that's effective, right?
Yeah. Now my Spanish rapier is going to town. So we have a closing lead of if your opponent tries to then backstep and if you're circling each other and then
Right.
your opponent tries to do that
Yeah.
in order to gain an overlap, what you then do is essentially create a V between you and close back towards each other, doing essentially that.
Those are two of my big pieces right now.
Yeah.
Is torque, not weight, in the bind.
Yeah.
Short edge rolls. And Oberkrumm is my generic, I don't know what this guy's going to do, but it looks like an abdamen. To deal with abdamen.
Can I ask your opinion on something real quick?
Yeah.
That I think that from a probably theorist I talk to occasionally of
Back up 2 steps.
we meet the bind and I'm gonna push that way rather than going forward. Theoretically this then allows me to go to a hanging over my corner guard and
Stab over the top.
yeah.
That is an extremely effective setup for people who are using the traditional step off to the right and cutting from the right.
Yes.
Because when I go pow,
Cool.
Basically, just drop the tip in the line like that.
Yeah.
Travis, were you going to cover the going to the left?
He's aware of it.
Okay.
To show you what that
I
looks
did
like.
listen to your lecture on this several
When I
times.
do my-
Oh, you had a lecture on it?
If you push
Or-
it
oh.
any further that way,
I mean,
you are really fucked.
yeah. Royal. Overuse.
Because, important geometry change. Threes don't move. When I cut and step out to the right, don't move.
Right.
The last thing that happens before I make contact is your head, the target.
Okay.
My point that I'm more or less striking with, or the end of my sword,
Yeah.
and my head are all in a straight line. You can see it's all right here.
Yep.
If you just lay the sword over the top, yeah, hands high. Not even that high. Boop.
Yeah.
You can stab me in the head, and I can't even hit you.
Yep.
When I go this way,
Now I try to do the same thing.
your defense had to go over there, and I'm over here. You have to pick one.
Yeah.
Either into my strong, or away from me for a moment.
Yeah.
And if you do go for the away from me for a moment, I can, broadly speaking, come off that mini. So Zverhau starts to cut off those options.
Yeah.
Because that's what it should do.
Yes.
The way I see it, if we flip roles real quick, regardless of which one of us goes first, if we both use left side steps,
Yeah.
I step left, you also step left and start cutting at my head, rather than doing this thing, and we end up in a relatively strong bind, but safe.
Yeah.
Here. We're going past each other in a line, so this is all good.
Yeah.
Feet are in a line, so we're both stable.
Okay.
That's safe, but it doesn't probably benefit me anything. I don't gain, it's just, I don't lose.
We clash swords, we come out the other side.
Right, we do it again.
Yeah.
I step left, you start stepping left, I go, no! And I jump to your side of the circle.
And sword into my head.
Yeah. That's what Zverhau does. That's the only thing it's intended to solve.
It's interrupting somebody else's step around this theoretical circle.
And if you're both correctly moving left, if you move right, I step left, you start to jump out that way, I can hit you with my hands.
Yeah.
Or you have to cut so far over,
It's weird. And now that just slashed it.
I just go back to the left again and hit you underneath you on top of that. If you come straight down the pipe, I step left,
And crump through that.
that's a shift.
That shield.
Yep. Ring X says, shield should land on the right shoulder. People who are used to going this way are like, right shoulder? No, it's really easy. By going here,
You probably think of them.
yeah,
And now just laid the point from this thing.
yeah. And that works against
Open.
almost everybody.
Because the way I've been taught to throw a shield is, if you give me a long point real quick, is
Scoop it
shoot
up.
it like
Yeah,
that.
it doesn't work.
That is very
It
common.
works.
to
It
talk
works
about.
as an entry for me, I've found. Of, I get in there, if you give me a long point again. I get in, now you try to wind against me.
I'm not going to. I'm never ever going to.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you with that once, and you've since just basically fucked me every time.
That is such a common interpretation of it, though. I see it all the
Personally,
time.
On the shield note,
Okay.
I do not believe that there's any other shield than the shoulder height shield.
From here. Or,
Hands finish at shoulder, always travel at shoulder height. There is no shield with hands
down here.
down there.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist. You can do a shield with hands down there and try to solve specific problems. It doesn't really help. Against good fencers.
Yes.
If people are being dumb, there's a million ways to punish them.
Yeah.
So if you're at one point, I'm not going to, even if you are being obnoxious at one point, put your tip down there. I'm not going to try to get that. Never. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step left,
And
and as you follow me, you're moving away from my shoulder.
Even if I try to shield, it's a response to that. I feel just.
I ideally want to get
Right
that base of the thumb. Or, if you really get your hands up enough, as I move left and cut here, I'll go higher with the shield. Never will.
Okay.
If I go left, and your long point doesn't follow me, whatever we prefer,
Okay, I
Some
think I'm
people-
strong here.
and I start to come this way, I'll just step in. Because you gave me a step for free.
Yeah. I've basically not challenged you.
Yep. This I might even crump to really make sure I'm down on top of it. So a big piece, I don't, have you, yeah, you went to the class.
I did good.
So again, a big piece of what I'm doing here is not even necessarily provoking an attack like I teach, it's probing. When I start creating offensive pressure, what's your first reaction?
Pretty defense.
Well, I just want to see what it is, whatever it is. If you're out there, and I'm thinking about Shiloh, and I come here, and your tip automatically starts coming up,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking throw a Shiloh. I'm gonna shield the shit out of your face. Because you're in the low point where fluke now. Yeah. If, like with Joe Lilly, I did at the very end of the day today, where he's in a tip low, and I step over here and he sweeps his tip horizontally, but doesn't raise it at all, I'm fucking launching.
Just shine all day because
And
I
he
can
got
rise
his
and-
hands high enough. He came straight up and I hit here and landed it there.
okay.
I hit Joe with a shake in tournament.
Because I got hit by a Joe coming out there and lost 2 teeth. But
So that is one of the hardest things to deal with is hour.
yeah.
I legitimately am more fond of convincing them to come out of it than I am trying to force a shot. And for me, that's personally getting to the edge of range. You've got your tip down, and I go, and as soon as your tip starts moving, I'm like, cool, I don't have to shadow you. You're rising to either fluke or long point, fucking shield it.
Yeah.
And if you do manage to catch that and press it off that way,
Yeah.
I'm naming with a shield. Or crump. You're over here again. I can do this crump again.
And now I'm pinned way the hell out here.
Right. So you're an Albert, I take a step, it starts to come up, I shield, you catch it, you push it offline.
And there's a crump into my neck already. What if I just chill an Albert as I'm coming past you?
Portrait of Pharaoh. Dude,
Well,
portrait.
like I said, as
Shut
I'm
up with your
putting,
talent hands.
as I'm putting weight, I'm looking for the twitch. If the twitch doesn't happen, then I'm launching. Now it's actually a shot. I gave you a chance to not be dumb and sit with your sword on the floor.
Yeah.
You didn't take it. So I'm just gonna hit you in the head. And at that point, if you do manage to get a tip into me, I don't care. I did the right thing. You waited until way too late to make a response. I'm not gonna punish myself.
Yeah.
Personally, my rule for doubles, if I'm on top, not my fault.
It's because I threw something just haymaker. Trying
More
to.
commonly, neutral overhouse, we hit in the middle, overs. And then your reaction is to drop the tip and cut underneath. No. Like a Piotr leg shot,
Of
and I drop my tip,
Yeah.
I stab you here, and you hit me in the leg. Never my fault.
you've got a flesh wound on deck.
Well, not even from the martial standpoint.
Okay.
From the decision-making standpoint.
Yeah.
You had constraint and safety,
And then
and
ignored
you
it.
left it to dodge it
Yeah.
without removing it. Not my fault. There's some exception to that if we're going really fucking high over the head.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just exchange of shadows, that kind of thing.
Right. Or the most common one is like, we get to a thing here, and I step in and I go for this. Yeah.
As we both go for the.
So me being higher here doesn't make me right.
No.
I didn't deal with that.
Yeah. We both tried to do the same thing and just
Right.
got kicked.
So I guess perhaps the real answer is whoever's closest to the shoulder line, base of the throat,
Okay.
is the most correct. And the guy who's the further from it is wrong.
Yeah.
And did the bad.
The guy that tried to like go
Around. The
this
guy
kind
who
of
tried
thing.
to go around.
Yeah.
Who went soft versus hard. It's fucking stupid.
How was ours today? I think I got you on the arm, and I think you got me like head or chest or something.
Yeah.
We're like, what? We're like, shit, we read it
Every
wrong.
single thing you've ever hit against me has been
Yes.
like dead smack to the shoulders.
So, from a martial standpoint, I'm looking at a triangle. The points are kind of invisible, but they sit in your armpits.
Yeah.
It's across the nipple line,
Yeah.
up to your nose.
Okay.
This triangle will probably kill you if I put a tip in it.
Yes.
Because heart, lungs,
Lots of air.
major arteries, airway, spine in the back,
Yeah.
and then T-box in the bottom half of the face.
Yeah.
That is what I'm going to fence in the whole time.
Okay.
And then the last piece that I've been using is a fight objective.
Yeah.
A lot of people look at the fight as either I want to use this technique or I want to hit him. And there's a whole lot of space between those two things possibly happening in a fight.
Several miles, but
Cool guy named Hans Zinner, who has a piece of advice among all the other stuff he wrote that says the opening, if available, shall also be targeted between the head and the sword of the man. Everything I'm doing, especially with the binding,
it's
between the head and the sword. This is where I want to get to hit you.
so I have my sword out here, overcommitted to something that is no longer existing,
Yep.
and my head's the most juicy target.
Yep. Not Bryson.
Yeah.
We hit and you pull back. I don't want to come off the sword. I want to get between your sword and your head.
Yeah.
Because what are you going to do here? You either go further behind your head.
Try to do this. At which point now I'm fighting your sword.
Yep. Or you have to push it way that way and really overcommit, and I can just come off.
And then just nah.
Yeah. Shield.
Yeah.
When I step left, sword and head.
Just throw it more like what would be considered traditional crop.
And my priority is that if I have to pick a thing, I would rather get this blind than actually hit you.
Now I'm trying to do
Make bad decisions.
of trying to close, get a pommel, get a weird schnock.
The name encounter with Chrome, and you come off and cut around, I want to be here
Yeah.
before I necessarily hit you in the head.
Yeah.
Because this, again, forces you to have bad options.
I try to close and do that. I try to back out. I'm dead.
Cool. Grappling. We hit here. You raise your hands and push in. Between the sword and the head.
Controlling mine while still having the most juicy target.
Yeah. Everything is between the sword and the fucking head. Declaring. Mutirin, even to a degree, is
Which was sort of
I'm targeting low,
Yeah.
but I'm owning that space. So I'm looking at the fight is how do I get between a sword and his head?
yeah.
If you're in Vom, there's no space. I need you to come out of Vom.
Sitting back here like this.
Yeah.
So how do you lure somebody out of like just sitting here like this?
So what I found, especially with the left foot thing,
Yeah.
especially against guys like Chris Smoot, who's never going to attack.
Yeah, just them sit here until he has a nice
Right.
open target.
He's going to take a step back every time I get close.
Yeah.
is I'm going to crowd him until he feels pressured to attack. And when you're ready to attack, I'm going to trigger it when I want. I can't force you to attack. Once you're ready, I can choose time. And then I can go here, and I want to own this. I'm going to start rolling for the gap between your sword and your head.
No, I don't want to be here.
You start pressing out, probably a parry that way,
Wind power that way.
and I go for the next thing.
And just get this down.
Yep. So my first objective in the opening exchange is find this space from whichever side. I want to get between your sword and face. Because almost all of your actions that are left from there are bad ones for you.
Yeah. Of flailing way up, essentially.
Right. That's my current, most of my toolbox. Does that answer a whole bunch of questions?
Actually, yes. It's also giving me a lot to play with here. Mostly because I found that if you're a long point, if you give me any kind of point, like even sitting in like a weird cloud, anything like that, if I shield in, if I catch that point,
That's a problem itself.
yeah. Like, if you deal with that, if you push me offline like you're supposed to, cool, here's my schnapp.
Right.
Or, cool, here's my zvert. It works against people who figured out that, oh, I can get rid of a shield, but what about the follow-up?
Yeah.
Say somebody such as yourself who's realized, wait, I can step that way. And then when I try to do this, now I'm here. I'm trying to do decisions, or I'm trying to get out of
I
it.
found out random dumb shit.
That's half the fencing is.
If you give me a double zvert. Cool. Speed it up. Cool. Again. Cool. Human reaction time.
Yeah.
I can get an elbow push in the middle of a double zvert.
I've just rushed forward as
Yeah.
they're basically sitting like this.
Yep. Don't try it in a tournament,
I'm gonna do it against somebody in sparring.
but go home and practice. Now, an important piece of this is you're closing and I'm closing.
Yeah. Of I'll just throw that slap in there.
Yep. Or, equally effective option, that overhop crump.
Yeah. Throwing a hand press in the middle of it.
Well, it's a crump, it just gets caught in the
Yeah,
middle.
just cut.
Yeah. No, I can't even begin to.
No. Overhop crump works against almost every variant of right-left.
So about right, or like left.
Try right. You maybe caught it?
I saved myself, but now I'm trying to go.
You might have been able to go through for a thrust from there.
He's got a blade on my wrists.
Yeah.
If nothing else, he's got leverage over me
Yeah.
as I try to.
Oh,
If
never
I'm trying
mind.
to go to that
I
left
take it
sword,
back. I take it back.
He's got a hand press. Or even if he doesn't have that hand press, now I get to.
Or yeah. Disregard.
As long as I stay close, you'll never hit me.
Yeah,
Even if that's not a point,
it's pretty bad.
he's got me pinned way the hell out, and there's going to be a point in my chest in about 10 seconds.
And probably either an elbow hook or an arm wrap. Because, by the way, that particular one actually. Ping.
Just now I'm trying to do this.
Oh, that'd be
At that
amazing.
point, I will literally drop my sword to the ground and disembowel myself on the floor in front of you.
Well, I mean, I've landed super thrust.
Same, but
Well, thrust with stupider parries.
yes.
My old standby was landing a left flug launch, managing to pick this up.
Yeah.
Somebody realized they'd been hit and tried to cut over to here.
That was your in position.
In a jacket.
What the hell jacket do you use?
An AP that's 5 years old.
I'm just, okay, I have a crump. No, I, what?
I've also done that as long point rising up, and as you start to parry,
Throw that right to my neck. Try to
or underneath the hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done each of those once. In tournament.
Yeah.
At the club, it happens a little more often.
Could you throw that lefty real quick? I'm curious.
Sorry, that was final long point.
Um,
Maybe, maybe not. That's also,
Yeah.
I don't almost ever fence lefty.
oh no, I'm trying to deal with Connor now.
Yeah, I'm like, I know why he wants to go left.
Now I'm, oh, I know a lefty that I need to kill at some
Yeah,
point.
so you're carrying me off.
Yeah.
Nope, look there. Need
Yeah.
to get to. Oh, yeah.
You gotta go all the way around the blade, right?
Oh, here, let me throw a lefty entrance to it.
So I'm here. This I'm honestly not going to end up doing it. I mean, I could still do.
Oh, I'm miserable.
Yeah, but
No
you're.
matter what I do, if I try to go around to the other side, I'm just gonna get stabbed in the middle of
Yeah, but you're ready again. Right?
it.
So yeah,
One day I'll kill Connor.
even here you can sweep this up.
I mean, aren't you ready again?
Oh,
I'm ready. He's not.
I'm ready right now.
Yeah. Yeah, he was doing that righty.
Connor's not. I'm
Right.
imitating Connor right
Oh, okay, okay, gotcha. It's late.
So yeah,
Just-
even if you try to do it from the opposite side and crossing that way, that falls back into the.
Stick the point. Just.
And if you do press this behind me,
Yeah. Zork to the back of the head.
I'll probably
Disqualified.
be kind and
Yeah.
tricep you instead.
Yeah.
Red card. No, I'm kidding.
You try to be nice. I'm giving him that point no matter what he does.
The favorite thing I got to do to Connor recently, as a demonstration, I haven't done it in sparring, was the Zornhau variant, which says you can do it with the inverted hands. But the translation ends up basically only,
Right.
that's what most people do,
Yeah. Of trying to do this.
right, but you're supposed to be able to go down through blow.
Yeah.
So, bang, and then press the tip over, and then there's supposed to be a throw that comes from it that you can also do. What I figured out was,
Oh.
if your hands are low, I just stab underneath.
Yeah.
If you try to raise your hands as a parry, well, that one doesn't do you any good. I mean, Kronish.
Okay.
Oh, you actually got there. Ideally, if I catch it about here,
Yeah. Now I'm just having that elbow later.
and it says you may either stab him or wrench with your right side on your left behind you,
And just take his sword.
or his arm.
Yeah.
For tournament purposes, his sword. The arm.
Yeah, you're losing that.
What gave it away? Was it perhaps the awkward elbow angle or the sword might go?
the fanciest thing that I can do out of winding and binding is we get to this thing, and I press you over, and so you're doing not dumb. Good job. If you bring your hands to your left ox and drop the tip,
Oh, I just felt every part of my body say, "Nope, you're dead." Like every single part, somehow.
fundamentally, knee turn,
Yeah.
come up, tip over my blade, drop the tip low. No.
Right.
In the bind, drop the tip over. Just knee turn.
So rather than pushing that point home, I'm turning it into a
Slice, hand to triple. No. Your body's going to step out that way. You're going to press across that way.
Oh,
Again, don't give up room.
yeah.
You come over,
Sure.
get the tip, sling the blade that way. No. Not through. Just cut. Yeah. Again, show you real quick. I get over, I get to here.
And now I'm just miserable.
I did that to Paulino in sparring, but not in tournament. Ooh.
It's 4 o'clock. I need to wake up in 2 hours, so
I have to be up in 4, so
I have to wake up to take more pills. So yeah, antibiotics.
I have to be back for classes. So, in particular, modern Russia.
You're awake?
Yes, and swinging swords.
Holy
Go
shit,
the
guys.
fuck to bed.
It's 4 o'clock in the
No.
morning.
I'm going to bed.
He asked me a dangerous question.
Oh God, that's
I
horrible.
asked.
Yeah.
What is the
Are you
dangerous?
I just-
still filming, or